So you're thinking about buying a home here in Carlsbad, California, and your budget falls right below $1 million. Well, first off, you're definitely not alone. And second off, that's exactly what I'm gonna do for you guys in this video, is just break it down and give you a much more realistic idea on what your budget can really do, anywhere from about $600,000 all the way up to about $1 million. So we'll go look at a couple different homes in a couple different neighborhoods so I can show you guys what it's all about. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about this gem where I'm at right now, because hopefully if you're moving to Carlsbad and you're here for the long term, hopefully you like the outdoors, because we have a lot of great outdoor activities, including this park. So let's go ahead and get after it now. Welcome back. If this is your first time here and you'd like to know more about San Diego real estate or life here in San Diego, make sure you tap that subscribe button below. My name is Nick, and you guys are reaching out all the time, and we absolutely love helping you out. So if you're thinking about making a move here in a week, a month, a year, make sure you shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or just straight up give us a call so we can help you save a lot of time and just help you make a smooth move here to San Diego. Now, as I mentioned, this video is all about Carlsbad. We're going to cover pretty much a lot of the neighborhoods that will be under $1 million. You're going to have maybe 3 years ago, you would have had some options under $1 million for detached homes, but you will not find a detached home for under $1 million here in Carlsbad. It's going to be diamond in the rough, and if you do, you're going to have to bring a big renovation budget. So just keep that in mind and just understand what you can realistically do here, because in times like this where there's no inventory, we got about 25 homes for sale at the moment that are priced under $1 million. So not a lot of options. So you need to be crystal clear on what you need and what you want. You really have to figure that stuff out, because if you're not ready and you can't act fast, you're probably going to miss out on that house. But just be patient and understand that it is going to take a little bit of time to find something in our crazy competitive San Diego market. Now, enough about the real estate. Let's talk a little bit about Alga Norte community park, where I'm at right now. I know this park is probably close to 10 years old now. It doesn't look like it at all. It's very clean, very meticulous. They always have landscapers here doing the stuff, but there's a lot going on here. So you can see there's about 3 baseball fields. These guys right behind me are playing some softball. So I know there's some rec leagues and things like that you can do. There's a dog park, which gets very, very wild with dogs, usually in the afternoon, evening. Right now, we just had a good amount of rain the past couple days, so it's a little wet back there, so there's no one really in there. But you also have, which is gonna be the highlight here, which is going to be the skate park. The skate park is amazing, a lot of fun. Even if you don't know what you're doing, just cruising around back and forth. There's some little like a snake run, and you can go up and down. And if you have kids, it's a great place to take the kids. You also have a little toddler park, so you can bring the kids, and you also have basketball courts. And last but not least, you have an aquatic center. So you have, I believe, about 3 10-foot diving boards. So this place pops off in the summer when it starts to get a little bit warmer. And I believe it's about $5 to enter that place for the day. So keep this area on your radar, because it's a very fun place. You got a ton of parks in Carlsbad in general. This is one of the better ones. Not to mention you have Rancho, which is right up the street. And if you're not too familiar with some of these neighborhoods and all that stuff, I do pretty much everything in Carlsbad to show you guys video-wise. We do vlog tours, we do neighborhood tours, map tours, pretty much everything, just to help you get a better idea on what it's actually like to call Carlsbad home. So without further ado, now that you got a little bit of a vibe of Carlsbad and the weather, I mean, it's not the best day right now, but still about 60 degrees. So pulled out my jacket for a day like this. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the first house, which is just a couple minutes away. So we just got into our first neighborhood, our first condo over here in Carlsbad. And this time we're only about a 5-minute drive from Alga Norte Park, which I showed you at the beginning. This location is awesome, which I'll talk about in a second, but you can kind of get a feel for these condos right here. And that's how the garage setup is. You do have a 2-car garage, which is awesome. And it's actually gonna be this condo on the corner right here. And this one's going to be a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath at about 1,300 square feet, and the asking price is just shy of $700,000 at $699. So it puts the price per square foot right in the low 500s, which is pretty darn good. And you can see by those photos, all of the bedrooms are going to be upstairs. So you walk in, you got the kitchen, garage, living space, fireplace, TV, all that fun stuff, and then the bedrooms are upstairs. So pretty cool setup. I really like this, especially for the price. That's really, really good because Rancho Carillo is going to have a lot of single family homes that are all going to really be over $1 million, and then you'll have some condo options in between that $700,000 to $900,000 price range. But this location is on point because you're right outside of Bressy Ranch, you're right off of Palomar Airport, so easy access to the freeway, and you have all the shopping you could need right across the street. You got Trader Joe's, you got a Sprouts, you got some of my favorite restaurants in there, you got Panini Kebab, which is great Mediterranean. So the list kind of goes on and on as far as this location, but keep this place on your radar because it's very clean. HOA in here is about $380 a month, which is pretty darn fair. So expect HOAs in the condo region under $1 million to be right around $300 to $500, and it covers everything exterior, community, all that type of stuff. This one's got a pool as well, but hopefully you like this community. Let me show you a little drive around of this one, and then we'll go check out the next one. All right, so we just took a drive about 10 minutes away from Rancho Carillo where we just were, and now we're in a neighborhood called La Costa. Now, La Costa is a huge area, and you know, if your price point is below $1 million, La Costa is going to be a great place that you should definitely kind of focus your search in. If you've kind of dialed down that Carlsbad's going to be the place, La Costa is going to be awesome. Very quiet back here. You have a ton of shopping amenities really close by, and you're only about, depending on where you're at, about 5-10 minutes from the beach right there in Encinitas is just south of us right here. So let's go ahead. We're in a cul-de-sac here. A lot of condo communities within La Costa, and you can see they're all different HOAs. This one's actually going to have, well, the tennis court was behind me, and you have a pool right below me down there. And also keep in mind when you're looking at condos, make sure you look up if there's a garage or not. This one does have a underground detached parking garage right there, so it has one assigned parking, which is great. Always make sure you're looking for that. And it's actually going to be these behind me right here, and this is going to be a 2-bedroom 2.5 bath at about 1,400 square feet. Looks like I got a FedEx guy behind me. He would ruin my shot. Anyways, 2-bedroom 2.5 bath at about 1,400 square feet, and the asking price is $780,000. So it puts the price per square foot right at about $560 a square foot. But you can see by those photos, very well maintained place, very open on the bottom. Got the kitchen looking straight out onto the La Costa golf course. So that's what I want to show you guys right here. We're actually walking down to it because this one has some very, very epic views right off the little backyard area. So hopefully the sun's not blinding you, but this is going to be the La Costa Resort, the Omni. So they got a big 18-hole golf course, and it's actually really fun. If you like playing golf, definitely. It's a little bit pricier here in San Diego, but it's a really fun course. But this is going to be what that looks like behind me, and then the backyard is actually right below me down there. So you have direct views of the golf course, which is really cool. And La Costa, keep in mind, it's a very, very big area. If you haven't seen my neighborhood guide video, make sure you check that one out. That's going to be extremely helpful for breaking down these neighborhoods and learning them just a little bit more. So great schools. La Costa is going to be a great spot, but that's that property. Now, let's go a little bit closer to the beach and let me show you one last property. Now, we just got into our third and final neighborhood and townhome here in Carlsbad. This time we're in an area called Calavera Hills. It's a big neighborhood with a lot of little sub-neighborhoods, but make sure you write this area down because Calavera Hills is awesome because you can find townhomes for under $1 million in here, and you'll have a good amount of options. And the greatest part is just the location. You're on the northern end of Carlsbad, but you're close to the freeways. You have a lot of shopping amenities close by, whether you want to shoot over to Oceanside or Carlsbad. And it's just a great area. Oh yeah, accessibility to trails. You're gonna have a ton of options for trails and hiking and walkability to parks and all that stuff around here. So actually this one's gonna be directly behind me over there, and this one's going to be a 3-bedroom 2.5 bath at about 1,450 square feet, and the asking price is about $920,000. So it puts the price price per square foot right at about the low 600s. And not to mention, my favorite part is you get some really good peekaboo views of the ocean right out back right there. So location's great, and not to mention the temperature over here is going to be nice because you get a really good breeze from over there. So keep Calavera Hills on your radar for sure if you're under that $1 million price point, and good schools over here too with some walkability. So if you have a family, growing family, this is going to be another great community for you. And I want to leave you with one pro tip, is that when you're looking for townhomes, make sure you try to find something on an end unit, because the resale value is always going to be a lot better. You share less walls, and it's just a little pro tip I want to share with you guys. So keep that in mind. And also, if you're dead set on having a detached home, Carlsbad probably isn't going to be a good fit under $1 million, but I would recommend looking in areas like Oceanside, San Marcos, and parts of Vista. You'll be able to find some options in there. So as always, reach out if you have any questions on any of these neighborhoods. We have a ton of videos on this channel just to help you make a more informed decision. So hopefully you'll reach out if you have any questions. I look forward to chatting. Info is in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next one.